vulnerable investigator. That's what they call it in New Orleans, the dollhouse, because the dolls have lived there for, generations. Reed was smiling again. Mac was not. Reed swallowed loudly. Good. He retained enough sense to realize the interview was not going well. Anyway, Miss Dahl participated in no suspicious activity. She works hard, she goes out for coffee and drinks. She likes jazz, and she's a good dancer. The pen stopped. You danced with her? Only in the line of duty. Really, in New Orleans, things are different. If you don't dance, you'll stand out, and I wanted to blend in. Like a damn statue, Reed lifted one finger. Laissez le bon temps rouler. What the hell does that mean? Mac snapped. Let the good times roll. Surely you've heard this saying. No. Mac got back to business. Who are her friends? One's a cop, Miss Georgia Abel. Nessa. Mac's eyes narrowed. That's what everyone calls her, Nessa. Reed fidgeted with the crease in his trousers. Anyway, Nessa gets along well with the tellers, but she's not close to any of them. I think because it's not good policy. Who else? Everyone likes her. Everyone speaks highly of her. She has a lot of friends. Slowly, with a patently false tolerance, Mac asked, Are any of them of interest as conspirators? There's this Pooty person. She's one of the boarders at the dollhouse. Reed pulled a long face. Man, is that one weird woman. We decided the perps were men dressing in women's costumes. I'm not sure Pooty's not a guy, Reed said thoughtfully. She's from New York, and I don't know why she hangs around New Orleans, because she sticks out like a sore thumb. She works in the attic, doing God knows what. She doesn't like anybody. No one ever visits her. Mac made a note. Pooty who? Pooty Di Stefano. I did a fast internet search on her and came up with no trace. Fake name. Or a hacker who's wiped her record clean. Who else? There are a couple of musicians living in the dollhouse. Incredible losers. Ryan Wright and Skeeter Graves. Reed watched as Mac wrote down their names, too. They both have the hots for Nessa, but in my considered judgment, neither of them is smart enough to pull off these robberies. Is either of them smart enough to do it if she told them how? Yes, but I don't think she... Reed's voice dwindled as he remembered that it wasn't his job to decide whether Ionessa was guilty, only to gather information about her. Anyway, you said the beaded bandits were accomplished cross-dressers. Wright and Graves couldn't fake it in a million years. Are any of her friends accomplished cross-dressers? Maybe, Daniel Friendly. Reed shifted uncomfortably in his chair. What about him? He's an entertainer known as Dana, and he is really good. If I hadn't known better, I would have been convinced. Reed's papery skin flushed, and Mac knew he had been convinced. Could this Dana be one of the sons of bitches who is robbing my banks? He's not tall enough. How nimble is he in heels? Mac's voice rasped as it always did when he was irritated. Reed inclined his head. Okay, so it's possible. Did you speak directly to Miss Dahl? Actually, she spoke to me, Reed said sheepishly. Well, now, isn't that a coincidence? Mac drawled with heavy sarcasm. I send a private investigator down to look into the possible involvement of one of my assistant managers in the annual Mardi Gras robberies, and she picks him out of a crowd to talk to. It wasn't like that. Down there, hospitality is a way of life. I was hanging around a lot. Staring at Ionessa, Mac would bet. Reed continued. She noticed and invited me over, and I thought it was a good way to, get her confidence. So we went out a couple of times. You dated her? Mac could barely keep a lid on his simmering outrage. No, not like that. Reed looked horrified and pleased. I mean,